It's something about the West Coast. Something about the West Coast. And make them wanna ride. Shake it West Side. Put your hands up, let's ride. Nothing on to the young body of the West Coast. And make me wanna ride. Shake it West Side. Throw your hands up, let's ride. I'm not me wanna ride. Oh, hold up. Oh. Damn. Oops. I'm dropped something. Oi, 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 Tokyo Diamonds. The hell? Alright, fuck it, let me just take a picture. Let me just take a picture before I get straight into it. Fuck it. I'm a fly ass nigga. Take a look at me, bitch. Let me get the linky. Let me get the linky. It's getting silly. It's getting silly. I'm gonna go ahead and get the YouTube link. You feel me? I hope nobody don't call me because I'm about to go on live on TikTok too, so. We're about to start the show in a minute, guys. We're about to start the show in a minute. What's up, chat? What's up with y'all? Give me 1 second. I gotta go on live on TikTok separately because it won't allow me to stream from my streaming service when I'm streaming on because I got too many strikes on my TikTok. They was like, bro, you got too many strikes and it's not enough. It's not enough. Few solid left, but it's not enough, few. All right, cool. We here. We here. What's up, y'all? What's up, chat? Chat, my fault for taking too long. I see y'all in the building. Hello. This is definitely a growing platform. You know what I'm saying? I'm back on my dance platform. I'm back talking about dance, back talking about mental health, back talking about, a lot of things that I'm involved in, a lot of things that take place in my life. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, we back to it. You dig? And I saw this video. I'm just get straight into it. I saw this video of Woody Mcclain, a former dancer. Now, if y'all know, Woody has danced with Chris Brown. Woody has danced with other artists. Woody is that guy. Woody is Himothy. You know what I'm saying? Woody been around for a minute. Woody Mcclain. If you don't know who Woody Mcclain is Kane from the Power Show, Power Book 2. Woody Mcclain is Bobby Brown from the Bobby Brown documentary or the Bobby Brown movie, I guess you could say, and the New Edition movie. Woody is definitely a person that has been, in the industry for a minute. Good dude. I don't know. I know him personally, but I don't know him personally, if that makes sense. We ran into each other a couple times, dancing in LA, saying what's up. This and that. Real short conversation there, nothing too deep. So he's not a friend, but we friendly. Like I said, I ran across him a couple times. From what I know, he's a good dude. Good dude. Got nothing bad to say about him. I ran across this video. If you're watching on TikTok, make sure you tap in to others. I got 2 others. Look at my finger. If you're watching on TikTok, I got 2 other streams that I'm running right now. If you want to get the full experience, go to those streams. You can watch it. They will be on the tube with a U, if that, you know what I'm saying, and they will be on the itch with a T. You dig what I'm saying? So tap into those 2. They have a link in my bio. But if you're here with me on Twitch or you hear me on YouTube, you'll get the full experience. So, Woody Mcclain has been on the Cam Newton show. And in honor of Men's Mental Health Month, I definitely want to touch on this. I definitely want to talk about this. This is something that I feel like needs to be talked about, especially amongst black men like myself. You dig? I just want to make sure that we have a safe place to express ourselves and also be able to elaborate on how we feel. You dig? So when I already saw the interview, I seen it and I damn near broke down because Woody is speaking from a place where a lot of black men speak from, and I can say that I'm not gonna say all, but a lot, a lot, especially a lot that I've been around, and even for myself, Woody says some things that that kind of made me say, damn, is this how the world really sees us as black men? You know what I'm saying? And it don't get, and it doesn't make it any better when you go online and you see the things like, that the women say about black men and then black men say about black men. And I'm not here to play victim. I'm not that. Y'all, if you know me, you know my character, I'm not a victim type of nigga. Like, I don't victimize me. I'm not nobody's victim. But at the end of the day, like, when we just talk about truths, we talk about reality, it's difficult. The pressures on our shoulders can be a little bit different than most people. And I know everybody got their own journey. I know everybody got their difficulties and everybody go through their struggles and their trials and tribulations. But I don't feel like, me personally, I don't feel like ours is highlighted enough to where we are given grace when it comes to certain situations. You feel me? And shout out to y'all if you're watching on TikTok. Make sure you tap the screen. Just tap the screen. All you gotta do is tap the screen. It's free $99. Gets me in the algorithm. It's the HBO special. Help a brother out. Shout out to the funny salesman for that joke. But yeah, it doesn't allow us to. Society really doesn't give us grace and doesn't allow us to open up. And because once we do open up as men, it's taken differently. And it's also weaponized against us once we do open up. You know what I'm saying? Once we do open up and be comfortable with who we are as people. Even myself. Like, look at me. I got a nose piercing, 2 nose piercings. I dye my hair. I look, I dress to the nines. I look a certain way. I had my face pierced, my eyebrow pierced, and I've had people people try to call me gay just because I have piercings in my face. You know what I'm saying? And not that I care because I could fight. Not that I care because I could fight and I know I'm not gay. But it's just one of those things to where, you know, that gets thrown at you. And then I have to be the one to let it go. Otherwise, I'm sassy. Otherwise, if it's a gay person calling me gay, I'm gay bashing. Otherwise, he don't like women. It's just a whole bunch of stuff. It's like you can't really defend yourself, and otherwise it's an issue. But for me, like I don't like. To me personally, I don't care. I'm defending myself when I feel like it. If I don't feel like responding, I don't feel like responding. If I feel like responding, you gonna feel the wrath. You know, I'm gonna call you all type of stuff because people say I just posted this on my on my story. If you keep joking at me, there's only so much I'm gonna let you slide before I start really cutting you. And my jokes are gonna fly, my jokes are gonna hurt. Like, I'm not throwing jokes to make you laugh and brush it off. I want you to feel some type of way when I say these jokes. I want you to question our friendship after I say these jokes because I let you go for so long. You dig? But it's definitely a thing that, you know, we as men we should talk about. You know, especially as a black male that is heterosexual, I definitely feel like there's not enough space for us to really land. You know, to really talk about how we feel, to really get off of this stuff off our chest. So again, if you're watching this on TikTok, you can go to the Tube with a U, or you can go to Witch with a T. And long live most, you'll get the full experience. I'm gonna do a reaction on the channels, and also follow me on there. And if you're watching this, like this. But yeah, we're gonna get into it. So I'm gonna play this video of Woody and Cam Newton's conversation.
You're not gonna believe
once this commercial really go by. But we're gonna get into it. Don't worry, TikTok. I'm gonna flip the screen so y'all can see, because like I said before, I can't go live because I got too many strikes. I can't get the access to the live on here because I had a strike within 30 days. So let's see, for the people on here, let's get to this. All right, let's do it, gang. Let me get y'all real quick. Let me get you right, TikTok. I promise I'm gonna get you right.
Curious to ask this question about actors. When you tap into an emotion, have you acknowledged that emotion as real or fake?
It's always real. I'm always looking to tell the truth. Like, how close can I get to the truth? You know what I mean? That's like every role I take, every opportunity I get, I'm just trying to tell the truth. I'm not really acting no more when I'm on screen. I'm telling the truth. You know, and I feel like in my position too, it can, I don't know, man. I get asked a lot about being put in a box. Like, you feel like you're gonna get put in a box? And for me, I feel like I play different characters. But for some reason, I feel like everybody sees me as one thing. You know, and I don't know how to feel about it. Because, I mean, even when my first acting class I took in LA, they had this exercise where it's the first day of class, and you have all these actors in there. And then she sit a chair in the front of the room. Boom. And she said, all right, you, come here. Sit right here. This is me. I'm sitting in the chair. Back towards the whole crowd. All right, y'all. I want y'all to tell this guy what y'all see him as. So I'm sitting in the chair. Everybody's saying, bad boy, the thug, the killer. I'm hearing this stuff. They don't know me. You know what I mean? I'm hearing this stuff. And she's like, all right, stop. She's like, all right, turn around, introduce yourself. So I turn around, I'm like,
which one of y'all niggas trying me?
Yeah. I'm like, Woody, nice to meet y'all. Everybody's laughing. Turn back around. All right, what y'all see him as? Oh, he's the nice guy. He's the sweet guy. He's the da-da-da-da. But that moment made me realize people judge you before you even talk, before you even say something. You know what I mean? So before I was just picking any kind of role because I just wanted to act. But now moving forward in my career, it's like I want to be very strategic of what I pick because I don't want everybody to keep perceiving me as this bad person because
It's okay, bro.
second. Let's see, all you want to do. You good.
My bad. You good? I know you are good. Don't feel rushed. If anything, lean in.
Thank you, Bob.
No problem.
We'll just pause it right there, and we'll just talk about that for a minute. Woo, shit. Look, man. Shout out to my daughter in the back. That's tough, bro. That's tough. Like I said, I'm speechless, because I've been there, you know. For those who don't know, for those who haven't seen before, like, I'm the type of dude. I used to have, dreads, gold teeth, type shit. I used to be outside with the people that I'm not shouldn't be outside with. I done some dirt in my life. I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'm never claimed to be perfect, never claimed to be a super saint. But as I was trying to change my life, let's talk about Woody first. That was a beautiful moment. That was a beautiful moment for a man like Woody to be open enough to show emotion, to show the little emotion that he did on this huge platform. And it was dope to see Cam Newton give him the space and the grace. Excuse me, my birds. Give him the space and the grace to open up and be vulnerable and not be judged and not feel like, you know what I'm saying, inconvenience. Because as men, and I can't speak for all, but I can speak for some. When we open up and we're vulnerable, we feel like we are an inconvenience to the people around us because of who we are supposed to be and who we are to the people around us. That's why the unalive rate for men amongst themselves, I can't say the word on these platforms, but that's why when a lot of men unalive themselves at a high rate is because we feel like an inconvenience and or a failure to the people that love us and that look up to us because we're fighting battles that we could never really speak on out loud without looking crazy. Men aren't really allowed to say we tired. We aren't really allowed to say we hurt. We're not really allowed to say I can't do this no more. And if we do, we're not given the same grace as others. I can't speak for all men, but I can speak for black men, some black men. So it was dope to see Cam giving Woody this space, this grace to really sit down and speak his mind. You feel me? Woody said some things that I feel like he was really speaking for me at this moment when he said, people try to put you in a box and you do different roles, and or I don't think he said that yet, but like I said, I already seen the video. He said in the acting class when he turned around, or when he had his back turned, everybody was like, "Oh, he looks like the bad guy, the villain, or whatever the case may be." Turned around, made a joke, flipped everybody off, everybody laughed. Then he was the cool guy, and then it's like people judge you before they even get to know you. Now that is a story of the story of my life. People judge me all the time, and I get it. Nobody's exempt from being judged, but when they judge you and put you in a box of a specific type of person, they label you as a specific type of person, and they question your character. Then it's like it becomes tiring to try to prove that you're not that person that they judged you as. I get, like I said, like if I pull up pictures of me, y'all see me throwing up all type of gang signs, grilled teeth, go outside with a bunch of, people with weapons of whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been outside, and mind, like I said, I'm not a saint, but I don't even come off like that. You feel me? Like I'm probably one of the most loving and caring people that people in my circle will come across. Like I get a shirt off my back to somebody. I've given the shirt off my back to people. I've given the shoes off my feet to people. Mind you, I'm a mentor. I'm a life coach, a professional dancer, a professional choreographer. I've had students that don't got money to take class. I've paid for their classes. I've had students that was in high school and I told them I'll give them $20 for every A that they get. Like I've sponsored people to take conventions classes and all. Like, I've done my part because that's the type of person that I am. And I'm not the type of person that's gonna sit there and smile in your face all the time because I'm human. So when people look at me and they judge me off of how they perceive me, off of how they view the world, or somebody who looks like me, it's crazy. Like, and it does take a toll on you mentally, because you keep having to I don't want to say prove them wrong, but you have to show the world that you're not. So as a black man, I should be able to walk around the city without having to be bubbly or like charismatic to have people let their guard down around me. You know what I'm saying? Like I should be able to just walk with my headphones on, no smile, and be like, "Yeah, what's up?" I'd be like, "What's up, brother?" I'm like, What's up?" Like it's it's tiring. It's tiring. Then you hear all these labels and all of this stuff that just don't make it no better. You feel me? Like I said before earlier in the live, I get labeled as everything under the book. Like if I'm arguing with somebody, or if I'm talking to somebody, or somebody don't like me, the first thing they go to is one, like I said before, he's gay. I can't do the quotes this nigga. They call me gay, and I'm like, okay, typical. I'm not gay, but all right, cool. Ha ha ha. You a dancer, you gay, cool. Heard that joke 1,000 times. And then if it's on the flip end, it's like you a thug, you a street N-word, you ain't gonna be sugar honey iced tea. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to this girl back in the day, and me and her got into a little altercation. And this will kind of put some light on the situation for me. I wasn't that old. I could have possibly been like 20, 21. And I was having a conversation with her. I was talking to her, and me and her got into it, a little scuffle, right? Her dad was a police officer. She was mixed. She was white and black. Her daddy was black. Her mom was white. Police officer, whatever the case may be. Me and her got into it, and she was like, "Yeah, you ain't nothing but a thug. Like that's all you gonna ever be." It's like me and her talking, and I'm like, "What?" She was like, "Yeah, my parents told me not to mess with you," and I'm like, like you, we having a little argument. It ain't even that deep because one, we not together. It's not even that deep. But we having a little argument, and that's what you got out of this. Like you see what I'm doing. I've told you what I've been doing. You see what I'm doing in my everyday life, and I do this one time. I don't even remember what I did. I do this one time, and I'm all of this. And in my head, I'm like, you know what's crazy? You didn't even come up with that just now. That's something that you had already had in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something you and your parents already talked about because you said your parents was right. And for your mama to be white and calling me a thug is crazy. I'm gonna just put that out there right now. And she probably gonna see this and I don't give a goddamn, but your mama was out of line. That white woman should not be using the word thug against no black man. And your daddy is the animal. The one with the dark circles around the eyes and the tail, and they eat out your trash can at night, and people don't like them. Usually people in the wilderness would shoot them. But it's that animal, and it rhymes with a baboon, but it starts with a R and ends with a coon. For him to be saying that, you dig what I'm saying? Especially being as a black man, you would actually want to talk to another young black man, especially in your position, officer. But that's another conversation. But then that from that point on, it let me know that people are going to perceive me however they want to, no matter what I do and no matter how I say things. I could be the nicest person in the world, but if somebody just see one thing and they think that I'm that, that's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. I could go sleep with 1,000 women, and because one person sees me dancing, and don't even got to be like no feminine dancing, because I'm not a feminine dancer. But it's if they see me doing anything along the lines of paralleling with the gays, because usually dancing is a woman or gays type of thing. But not usually, but that's how people, the average people, see it. They'll align me with that. And it's like, why I can't be a heterosexual male that just like to dance? Why I can't be a black man that just because I get upset, all of a sudden I'm a thug, I'm a gangster. I am a gangster, don't get it wrong, but don't get it twisted. But my version of gangster is different. My version of gangster is take care of my people, take care of my family, taking care of my kids, handling my responsibilities, and doing what I got to do as a man. That's being gangster to me. That's my gangster. You know what I'm saying? But for Woody to sit here and be this vulnerable and to keep it, because mind you, these ain't lives. Like what we doing right now. This show is not live. They could have cut that out, edit that out. Woody's team could have been like, Cam, edit that out. We don't want to mess up the image. Edit it out. And Cam would oblige, or he wouldn't. That depends on the business. But I guess somebody agreed to keep it in, and I don't see it. You know, and yeah, man. Let me just play one more part real quick.
Okay, bro.
That right there. You know when a man about to break down, when he do this, I can't take myself serious with this. When he grabbing something for air to try to squeeze the words to say.
But now moving forward in my career, it's like I want to be very strategic of what I pick, because I don't want everybody to keep perceiving me as this bad person, because
Bro, that I don't want everybody to keep perceiving me as this bad person. He wants to say because I'm not, but he choked up and broke down. You feel me? Like that's, bro, a lot of us are out there holding on to a lot of shit that we just really can't say. You know, because like, I'm not a bad person. That's what he wants to say. I guarantee that's what he say. Because I'm not. They perceive me as this, but I'm not that. I've been in that position before. Like, I used to go by King Gutter. I used to go by Gutter. Everybody looked at me as Gutter. I did a video not too long ago about being the first dancer from the Bay with grills and dreads, and I got booked as my look. I got booked as being the hood ninja, the hood N-word. Every single, almost my first year or two in LA, I got booked for being the black dude with tattoos and dreads. It's a flex. Don't get it twisted. It's a flex to be for the dancers. It's a flex to be a prototype of this is what I want on my job. You dig what I'm saying? But on the other hand, it's like, let me wiggle out of that. Let me be the clean cut guy with the locks and the tattoos. I can wear a suit. I got a suit. I've been in one. I look nice in them. Put me in one. Put me in this role. Put me in a role to where the people that look like me are the heroes. Like, why can't I be the black dude with tattoos, gold teeth, and dreads and be the hero? Why doesn't that role exist for people like me? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the side of the other side of the coin we don't talk about. Why can't that be me? Yeah. You can flex me as you could flex me as the hood, the gangster, the thug with the gold teeth and the piercings in the nose and the tattoos, gang banging, big blood, woo. Yeah, you love to paint me as that, but why can't I be the dude with the tattoos and the locks, with the clean cut, braided back to with a suit on, like handling business, real business, not gangster business or selling drug business, but real business. Like, why I can't be that character? Why I can't be that guy? Why I can't play the dude, the family man in the movies? I want to play the family man in the movies. I got a neck tattoo, but so what? A lot of family men got neck tattoos. A lot of family men got piercings. You know what I'm saying? So when he said that, bro, this interview speaks volumes. And I'm glad that Cam and Woody were able to break this down and really talk about it. But let's do the second half of that. Let's do the second half.
My bad. You good? I know you are good. Don't feel rushed. If anything, lean in. Thank you, bro.
No problem. Nah, I work so hard to not be that.
Make sure y'all
Be
tap that
seen
screen
as
if
that
you watch
younger
on TikTok.
Woody.
I appreciate it if you do.
You know, after that moment I had, and getting out of that moment and having that conversation with God, I just always wanted to go down just to, you know what I mean, just a better path. I want to be a role model. I want to be that person people can look up to or go to. And I don't know. I won't allow nobody to put me in a box. That's just how I'm feeling.
What noun impacted you the most? The reason why I say that is that, and it's okay. If you don't want to share, put it in the vault. I respect you enough to keep probing, but I want to be obedient to this space, and I want to help you. That's not to say I can, I just hope. Because that emotion that you went to, or that was triggered, comes from something. And have you identified what it actually is?
I think it was recently finding out I have twins on the way, 2 baby girls. And
God damn.
For some reason now,
Whoa.
in the
shit.
acting community, people identify you what you play. So I don't want my baby girls to grow up and think their dad is a bad person.
God
You
damn.
know, so
Ooh.
I'm just more conscious about the art I put out to the universe.
Oh my goodness. Look at that.
I don't want my baby girls to grow up twins on the way. I think it was recently finding out I have twins on the way, 2 baby girls. And for some reason now, in the acting community, people identify you what you play. So I don't want my baby girls to grow up and think their dad is a bad person. You know, so I'm just more conscious about the art I put out to the universe. You know? And it's scary because I know nothing about being a father.
That's fair.
So everything is blurry right now. I'm just trying to figure it out. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Mhm.
Do you fear your daughters will find out why you went to jail?
No. I would tell them. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow. Wow. Oh shit. I didn't see that part. Wow. Yeah. So I didn't see that last part. The reason why he feels like that is because he found out he's having girls. 2 twin girls. I spelled Newton so wrong now I think about it. It looks crazy. I had this same feeling when I found out that I was having a girl when my first daughter was born. Jesus. And I still feel that way because I got another girl on the way. She should be here any day now. It's different as a man growing up, doing the things that you did. I don't know why Woody went to jail. I might have to sit down and watch this whole interview. Maybe they talked about it. But yeah, it's kind of like, bro, I lived the same life. I went to jail too. It wasn't really nothing deep. I was in there for overnight type shit. I done been in altercations. I done had to go to court. You know, I done lost friends to the streets. I done lost friends to jail. You know, my brother was in jail for 12 years. I'm not the perfect person. I've done some things that people still, speak about to this day, even though I've worked so hard to change. And all of that, you try to do as much as you try to change, as much as you try to do better, as much as you try to do right, people will always seem to judge you off your past mistakes, which is, I guess you could say, is kind of fair, because it's the information that you've given them. But in the same token, you gotta give people grace to grow. If you see somebody growing, somebody like a Woody or somebody like a me, I don't want to give myself less credit. Somebody like a me, you see us growing in the path of being a better human being, being a better person, then why not help and push them not even push them, why not give them grace to just be who the person that they are working hard to be? You know what I'm saying? Dog, I feel every emotion Woody going through, bro. Dude was having 2 girls. I felt the same exact way. Like that's why I stopped doing the. That's why I stopped doing the ain't shit chronicles. Cause I had a series. It's still some on my TikTok page and on my YouTube page. I did the ain't shit chronicles, where I tell stories about just being ain't shit. Meeting girls in the club. Uh, just fuck boy type shit. A lot of it was based off of true stories, and some of it was embellished, for the entertainment purposes. But I stopped doing it. I wholeheartedly stopped doing it because, just like what he said, I don't want my daughters to grow up and see that content and be like, "Daddy, is this real? Like, Daddy, is this the type of person you were?" And I have to have that conversation, even though I'm gonna have that conversation anyway. But I don't want to come from that perspective. I want them to see it because it's still out there. I never took that down. So if they see it, and they come to me and like, "Daddy, woo, you made these videos. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't you with mommy at this time?" It's like, "No, baby, it's entertainment. Some of the stories is real, embellished. Mommy wasn't there for that, but you know, but they can go and look at the digital footprint and see, okay, so Daddy, you have been doing this in the community. Daddy, you've done this. Daddy, you know what I'm saying? You made a point that when I was born, that was me and you on the TikTok for Zuri because she's older. It's me and you on the TikTok. You went from the ain't. Oh shit. You went from the ain't shit chronicles to showing you oh shit. You went from this to showing that you could be a good father. Somebody that your little girls can look up to, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that your little girls could be proud of. Not even just look up to, but just be proud of, Man, I never wanted to be that nigga crying on live, bro, on social media, bro. That shit is wild. But this shit is real, and y'all, it is what it is at this point in time, bro. You get whatever you get. I mean, fuck it. But you don't want to be that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be that person that the world look at you a certain way, and then that energy transfers into your kids, because your kids they might be young, but they're not stupid. Your kids are not stupid, bro. They see how people look at you. They see how people talk. They hear how people talk about you. And you don't want to put that energy out to the world because that's what you're going to get back. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I did it the whole ain't shit. Because one, I'm not ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not me. I don't even want to put that on me. If I'm playing or not, like, this shit be real, in real life type shit. Like, yeah, I'm funny. Yeah, I can do this all on social media, but I'm a real life motherfucking person. Like, I'm not about to bring that energy into my house. My daughters are going to be able to look at this, me, and be like, my daddy built something. My daddy was a somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, my daddy is a somebody type shit. And yeah, man, I just... Again, like I said, bro, I never wanted to be that nigga crying on social media, on live. But honestly, I don't give a fuck, bro. When it comes to my girls, like, I don't play, I don't want to be seen as that. I want them to be able to say my daddy stood on shit. So the person, fuck all the bullshit, bro. The first man that my girls are ever gonna love is me. I'm the blueprint for it all. You get what I'm saying? And I don't want to put out, and Woody said it. He started picking certain, he's going to be very cautious of picking the certain jobs that he do because, it's important to him. Same with me. That's why I stopped doing shit. Like, I stopped doing certain things when it comes to just this social media stuff. I don't want to talk about being ain't shit. In real life, I don't drink. I don't smoke. You know what I'm saying? I don't do none of that. I might drink some wine here and there. I might take a shot for somebody's birthday. Cool, whatever the case may be. But for the most part, I clean up my act because why? Because my girls, my girls. That's it. And that's all. So this interview definitely hit a nerve for me. You feel me? Or struck a nerve, I guess you could say, or whatever. But again, like I said in the beginning of the stream, this is like a lot of shit that we don't even get to talk about. You feel me? Like a lot of things that men don't talk about. This is it. This is it. Changing how you being able to change how you are. One, I'm gonna just use the finger that can't bend. One, not being looked at as a criminal. You know what I'm saying? Not being looked at as somebody who just gonna have a rough life. This and that. Two, if I did, given the grace to change. You know what I'm saying? Given the grace to fully change and to be a better man and not being judged by my past mistakes. Because a lot of people, it's a saying that people say, I don't look like what I've been through. Like, bro, I don't look like what I've been through. If I told y'all, I give hints about shit that I've been through here and there, but I really never fully just sat down and told the internet or the world like the shit I done been through, bro. Like, I done been through some shit that my mama don't even know. But that's some shit that I gotta bite the bullet on that. Cause and my whole point of saying that was to say I don't look like what I've been through. And Woody is another example of another black man who probably don't look like what he been through. So yeah, man, I just appreciate Woody for being vulnerable enough to post this and even speak on it. I appreciate Cam for giving him the space to have this moment and not rush him to answer a question or, not rush him into the next topic. Cause, just having for Cam, just having some awareness of what's actually taking place right now. Yeah, bro. Yeah, that shit just took a lot out of me, bro. Oh, that shit just took a lot out of me, dog. That shit is emotional, bro. Cause it sucks. It sucks. I put my grill in. It's cool. I'm outside. Everybody want to function with me. Woo, woo. Everybody, niggas calling me when it's up, when the smoke is there. Woo, woo. But ain't nobody really calling me to check. Big bro, little bro, how your mental? You feel me? Don't get me wrong. There are some people who do that. Shout out to y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. But there should be more of that. Not for me, but for men like me across the board. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there was another video that I'm gonna get to. And again, we just gonna address some things because it is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And I just want to talk about this just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody tapping the screen with the likes. Shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate y'all. And again, like I said, bro, I clown people. I clown motherfuckers that be on live crying. I'ma still clown them. I don't care. I'ma clown myself when I get off. I don't care. But again, some things just gotta get out. Some things gotta be let out. You know what I'm saying? Some things gotta be let out. This one's a little bit different. But let me get to this video. There was another video. What was it? Drewski could have been. Why am I typing crazy? Oh yeah, because I got this big ass thing. Let me see. It was the dude from Philly. I think he crashed out with Gillian Wallow there. Oh yeah, this is the one. BD Mob and Slide for Juicy could have been reconciled. I want to get to the. I want to get to the one where it was just him and Gillian Wallow and them. Cause bro, low key crashed out. But shit, I damn near cried watching this one too. Is this another reaction from somebody? If it is, oh well. We gonna give another. We gonna give another. Another reactor some love.
Glorifying. This is what niggas think when we say.
All right, y'all. So Drewski dropped the Philly on me. In the beginning, I put like.
All right, he talking too much, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up for y'all real quick. But it was a dude in Philly. He was on.
Welcome once again to Could Have Been Records. We in Philly. Oh, they've been waiting on this one. We almost shut the city down again.
Everybody, you
Who the f*** you talking to, boy?
I mean, I'm also Muslim, so do the math.
Yeah, let's get him out of here, man.
All right, so let me preface it for y'all. So dude did an audition at the Could Have Been Records joint, and he was saying some shit. Now, I don't know if it was a skit. I don't know if he was telling the truth. I never heard of this young man a day in my life until I saw the Juicy clip. Now, it went viral. I think Gilly posted it on his threads, and I went to go watch it. And this was a couple weeks ago, maybe last week, and I took something from it. Like I said, whether it was a skit or not, I took something from it. Because again, it's some things that I've never spoke on. And there's some things that I've seen, been around, done. Yeah, man. Let me just go ahead and play this.
Appreciate you, brother. Nah, it's been real. Nah, thank you.
I mean, I'm also.
Let me turn this around for y'all.
Earlier, my name Broad Day from 46th Street out west. You feel me? I'm a part of the LGBTQ. You feel me? I'm also a Muslim, so do the math. Moving forward, you feel me? I'm a rapper. I'm an artist.
Shit.
The rapper shit. I'm an artist.
Not gonna lie, I thought he said the LGBTQ, but that's not what he said. I read some of the comments. I think it was like LGBTQ or something like that. It's a Philly thing, I heard. I ain't gonna even get too deep into that. It might be in the comments somewhere. But yeah, we'll get back to the video.
What the f is you looking at, gang? You. Oh, never mind, I'm playing. Listen, though, Gil's son, that's my man. His name Cheese. He died. You feel me? That's my man. It's smoke me. Never mind. Moving forward, positive, though. You feel what I'm saying? Mac, that's my man. You feel what I'm saying? Real niggas. We is them type of motherfuckers that gotta stay in the community because we uplifting these niggas, you feel me? Real gangsters make sure the city's safe. Look, though. This shit, I'm about to cry. What? What?
Hey,
Yeah,
you hear?
What's up?
Hey, listen, Bro Day.
Yeah, I'm all, what?
Bro Day, you hear the rap?
Shit. Yeah, I'm ready to rap, my fault.
I want to hear that shit.
If yo, what my pants for them?
You gotta hold your pants.
Fadi, that chain coming back. Bottom line, because it's my... Your dad called me. I don't got a phone. This is my city. What y'all niggas talking about? I come from nothing, bro.
Hey, Bro Day. Bro Day.
What y'all talking about?
Bro Day.
Wallahi, nigga. Yeah, and I've been to the Magic. I ain't go to the Magic in 10 years. Nigga, the fuck is y'all talking? Nigga, I was there yesterday. Nigga, I'm getting rich tomorrow. My brother brought me a condo. Drag, yeah. I was grinding with cheese. I had zero. Wallahi, niggas gonna feel that shit. What y'all talking about? Wallahi, I catch y'all on Ramadan, I'm gonna break my fast. Nigga, gang. Nigga. Oh, shit. Hold on. I said, I'm on every card from afar. I know you want my head. Pulling down my shiesty, been in corners. Watch leg. Every op shot, you in that vid. Nigga, then you next. You ask me what I'm doing, said what it looked like. Getting back. ARP with his binary, something like a switch attached. Knew that was his ass. He seen the flash and everything. Went black. Head bouncing off the steering wheel. His fish fell on his leg. Think that shit was nasty. Watch this next shit that I do for dust. I'm like, Wayne Perry for this 40. I put you to the test. He didn't have his hot. He tried to block. He should have wore a vest. Opposite of a janitor with his mom. I came to make a mess. Leonardo to switch it with this butt. Watch me paint the stuff. I was QB1 throwing bullets. Now I could call a sack. Put so much money on your head. This shit'll break your neck. Phone pop out the county. But out west, shit might break the jack. This is big ass ball hits and this only probably break the gate free 30, nigga.
Send him back.
Hold on, no.
Send him back.
Send him back to juice. Oh, touch the juice. Send him my city. Send him with your chain back. It's my city. Stop playing with me. What the f*** is juice? The biggest. Long little cheese. Send him the Drewski. Yeah, I was in jail. Oh, I would kill some niggas, bro. Oh, my mom. Oh, my mom, Gil, I was in jail. Oh, my mom. Every day. I was in the jail, I was only down 101 because I'm squashing beef. And I never got pissed down, shitty down, worse than. Yeah, my first day was a triple, nigga had Smith. Stop playing with me, Smith Bundy. Stop talking about. Stop playing with me. The biggest, nigga, I won. What you talking about, nigga? Yeah.
I chose Wix for.
Alright, whatever. Change this up real quick. My bad, chat. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me flip this. Bro. Let's talk about it. You can see the pain in bro eyes. If you know, you know. You've been around them type of people. Usually people will call them quote unquote crash outs. You feel me? Dude ain't no crash out though. This guy's not no crash out. He hurting for real. Dude hurting. I saw this and everything he said. I saw this clip and everything dude said, it hit a nerve. Cause again, like I said, I done been through some things that I probably never would talk about. I done seen some things that I could probably never speak on. And I didn't, done some things that I probably won't ever speak about as well. I ain't saying I ain't none of that. I ain't no, what Pac say? I ain't no driller, but don't push me. I ain't even that. I just been in some shit. I've been in some circumstances that I would never want to be in again. You can tell dude was hurting because he was mourning. And again, going back to the topic of men's mental health, when we lose people in the streets, we don't know as black, I'm speaking for black men who've been in this position. We don't know how to grieve. We don't know how to, we grieve, I won't say we don't know how. We grieve differently. We mourn differently. We carry ourselves differently. When you get punched in the face, the first thing you want to do is swing back. When you see your man's getting beat up or jumped, the first thing you want to do is you want to help. If you see somebody get smoked in the streets, the first thing you're going to want to do is spin. And that's the cycle that we grew up in, you feel me? That's the cycle that we grew up in. And I don't know this dude. Broadway, I don't know this dude. But I know his story. My friend, like, bro, well, I could put, like, nigga, Meek Mill said something a couple years ago. He was like, I got a list of 100 friends and family members that I lost to gun violence. I probably don't have 100 friends because on a list like that because I don't got 100 friends. But I got a long list of people. I could write out a list. Shout out to everybody liking the story, liking the live. I appreciate you. What is it? Leslie. Shout out to you, Leslie. Shout out to you. Big shout out to Les. There's people, I'll put it in perspective for you right now. There's people who've never experienced a loss of a family member or a friend through gun violence. This is when I knew. Let me move this aside, bro. This is when I knew I was low key like fucked up in the head a little bit. I turned around to one of my homegirls. Matter of fact, I won't even go that far. Yeah, I'll go that far. I don't want to put it in immediate family. I talked to one of my homegirls, and she told me I need to go to therapy. And I said, for what? What I need to go to therapy for? I'm not trying to sit in front of a motherfucker that could tell me, oh, my issues, and I know the root cause of my issues. She said, do you really? I said, yeah. So we having this whole conversation. And we got to talk about friends. And I was like, yeah, I ride for mine. I spend for the people I love. Like, I love my family. Don't do this. Don't do that. Do that. And she was like, why do you feel like you have to be so aggressive with the love that you have for your family? And I'm like, because I got to protect my family. And she's like, protect them from what? And that question fucked me up. I'm like, what you mean protect them from? I said, protect them. She's like, protect them from what? I was like, protect them from niggas that's trying to get them. She was like, okay, who are those people? And at this time, I was outside. And I told her, you know what I'm saying? It's XYZ. And she was like, one, can I be real with you? I was like, yeah. She was like, that's a you thing. You're putting this on your family. So you're protecting them from you. It was something along the lines of that, like, your doing is why you have to protect your family. Even though we talking about men are gonna protect their family in general. That's a general blanket statement. That's not what we talking about. It's like, you know, you protecting your family from the likes of people who want to harm you. And it messed me up in my head, right? So boom. Then she was like, why do you hold so tight to your friends? And I said, because I'm afraid of losing them. She's like, why are you afraid of losing them? I said, most of the people that I grew up with are either they're not here on earth with us no more or they in jail. And she was like, what lifestyle do they live? They live the same lifestyle you live? I was like, yeah, but they a little bit, they deeper in there. I'm more scratching the surface. You feel me? I'm more the, like, don't get me wrong, like my mother and my stepfather been there since I was 5. My dad been around as well. So I had, you know what I'm saying, 2 examples of men, and then my mother, and then my grandmother, 2 amazing examples as women. And then my aunties that would come around. So it's not like I didn't have nobody. I had a middle class family. But again, I was put in a position with other people to live a certain lifestyle that I chose. Stupid, right? In hindsight, stupid. As a grown man, you like, okay, nigga. But she said that's the lifestyle they chose. She didn't say the lifestyle. She's like, they live that lifestyle as well. And I said, yeah, but they deeper. They in there. She was like, so you lose a lot of friends. So that's why you tend to try to hold on tight to the people in your life. Like it's almost like you hold on to them so much, you almost got to control what's going on. And I just started thinking like, yo, this is crazy. Yo, this is crazy. And I was like, you understand where I'm coming from? You had people that, you know what I'm saying, this and that in your life. She said, I've never lost anybody to gun violence. I never lost anybody to street violence. I don't have anybody that I know that is in jail that's in my family. She's black too, by the way. Just want to throw that out there. And I was like, what you mean? Like, you don't got no cousin? Like, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, no uncle? And no. She's like, no. Anybody in my family has passed from either an illness or, you know, old age. And that shit blew my mind because I'm thinking like, wait, I know everybody that I know grew up around this area. I know somebody didn't, you know what I'm saying? She like, yeah, I know people who I was maybe around that I went to school with or whatever that probably died of gun violence because me and her went to the same school. She's like, I know XYZ, but we weren't friends. You know, my friend group was a different type of lifestyle. And then I went to school by a military base. So all of this is like coming up. So then we having a discussion. More friends come over, and another one of my partners was his dad is in the military, and he was like, I'm telling him everything. Well, yeah, like bro, I be tweaking. Like I was like, y'all ever notice like when I drive to the crib, like I always spin the block one time just to make sure nobody follow me. Or if I'm pulling up to a light, I always make sure I give the cars in front of me some space just in case somebody pull up on me, I could swerve out of there. Or y'all ever notice when I go to a party and I'm outside, I got my back against the wall and I know where to exit at because I don't feel comfortable in the building? You ever wonder why I feel like when I get around a bunch of people, I start tweaking like I can't be here because my anxiety is going out the roof? I'm telling them that, and bro was like, that sound like PTSD, brother. He said that sound like what my pops be going through when he used to go over, you know what I'm saying, doing his deployments. That sound like what my pops go through. And I'm like, mind you, I'm young at this time, bro. I'm looking like, really? And he's another one. He hasn't he didn't experience that. His family was in the military. Oh, this TikTok doing this. He's another one. His family was in the military, so it, like I said, either if he lost somebody, it was in the military or it was due to illness, you know. So I'm looking like, bro, people don't live this life. Like people don't live like what? Like it blew my mind to understand that there's people in the world that they never lost a friend to gun violence. There's people in the world that has never lost a friend to a shootout. There's people in the world like that. You mean to tell me you ain't had nobody in your family go to jail? You mean to tell like I'm stuck? I'm in the matrix. I'm sitting there like, ain't no fucking way. We all been through it. I know we all been through it. So when I see brothers like Broadway, I see young me hurt. I still remember to this day where I was, what I had on, and how I reacted when I found out that my cousin was killed. I think I was 14. I think I was 14 years old. I found out. My mom called me and I just broke down. I said, you lying. I said, you lying. She's like, God, why would I lie about that? I said, Mom, just tell me you joking. And she cried, broke down, boom. I threw my phone, boom, broke the phone. Had to use my girl at the time. Call my mom back like, where you at? I'm coming home. I just broke my phone. You can't call me on the way. All of that. You know what I'm saying? I still remember the call that I got when my brother was in jail. You know what I'm saying? Went to jail. There's a lot of things that we don't get to really speak about because there's no safe place for us to speak about it. And sometimes we just don't know we in that mind frame. We don't know. Who knows they need a cure when they're in whatever they in? I don't even know how to say it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's easy to tell somebody they need this from the outside looking in. But if you don't know you in the matrix, then how can you beat it? So for Broadway, I feel like, you know, dude going through it, he kept saying Cheese, which is Gilly's son. Cheese, he ended up, you know, passing away from gun violence, and you can obviously tell dude hurt. I've been there. It's to a point now where somebody can be like, now it's different because I'm wired differently, as you can see. You know, I be crying. I got daughters and shit now, so my my pulling on my heartstrings is a little bit easier. But back in the day, when somebody be like, "Oh, so and so got smoked," I'd be like, "Oh, damn, that's crazy," and then go about my day. That's not normal. Like, that's not normal, bro. Like, I used to brush it off. Oh, okay. Yep, that's cool. Damn, bro. Dog was this. Dog was hella cool. When the funeral. Let me tap in with his mom's. Let me make sure his mom's straight. Hey, auntie, how you doing? You good? I understand this. You know what I'm saying? Like, doing that, and then it's like you go about your day, because then again you hear it again. Then again it's another one. Then it's another one. Then it's another one. Then it's another one. And you become numb to that shit. You become numb to it to a point of like, I felt bad. And I told my baby mama this too. She in the room right now. I told her, like, I started feeling bad for not feeling sad about people passing away. Like, I started feeling bad. Like, let me change this because now I'm just chatting. I started feeling bad when somebody would be like, so and so died, and I couldn't find the emotions to really sympathize or empathize. It was more like a damn, pray for the homie. These are people that I'm close with. But I learned that it's like going to war, bro. It's like the army vets. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna compare running the streets to being in the army. You know, they fighting for a different reason. But the psychology of it is the same. Shootings back and forth, near-death experiences, losing people that you love, that you fight with, that you go to war with, losing people that you grew up with or trained with. Like, it's all a parallel. Then when you try to do better, or in the streets you try to do better, you still attached to it no matter where you go, because people gonna look at you a certain way because of what you was attached to. And once you get deployed, they just kick you to the curb, and there's a lot of vets that don't got nowhere to go once they get home, or didn't have nowhere to go once they get home to the States. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, then they gotta relearn how to live in normal society. Like, right now, it's firecrackers going outside of my window right now. Every time I hear a firecracker, I always think about, like, if it's a gunshot or not. Like, I have to question it. Mind you, I don't live in the hood. I don't live in the hood. I do not live in the hood. But the hood could be anywhere hood niggas is at. That's all I'm saying. But this firecracker's going out right now. And now I can hear the rhythm of it and tell you that they're just firecrackers and not gunshots. Like, that's how that my world has been warped to that. You get what I'm saying? And I feel, like I said, I feel for bro. Like, I've recently, not recently, but I've been learning this about myself. It's been like 4 or 5, maybe 6 years now. Once I learned that, I started mourning for my friends. I started realizing, like, how they passed away was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like when you put shit into perspective, you mean to tell me brother died at a dice game? Because a nigga was getting hit? Because this person willingly came to gamble his money, lost his money to somebody, and he felt some type of way. His ego was hurt. He had to put my mans down. Like, that shit is silly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't go to Vegas. You don't go to Vegas, and when the casino hits you for $100,000, you don't go air the casino out. No, what you do is you take the rest of your money, you go home and just be upset. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what you do. You go home and be upset. But no, because it's not a sanctioned area. You feel like you can do whatever you want to. So you want to end somebody else's life because you lost your money, the money that you decided to put up. Nobody told you to put it up. Or better yet, I lost one of my closest friends on his birthday. He got sent to God on his birthday, bro. Think about that. Matter of fact, my partner and my cousin. My partner and my cousin both got killed on their birthday. Like, I can call my baby mama in here right now. All the way up until maybe I was 27. Which is not that long ago now, I think about it. all the way up to probably like my 26, 27 birthday. I used to cry every birthday and get sloppy drunk every birthday. Because, one, I was celebrating my life. Two, I didn't know if I would make it to another birthday. I would cry every birthday, bro. I wouldn't even want to do nothing. I didn't even fully start celebrating my birthday for real, until like maybe 28, 29. That's when I really started like just celebrating my birthday for me and for what it is, another trip around the moon. That's it. Not celebrating I'm still here, celebrating what I've been through. No, just celebrating me. Celebrating that one trip around the sun, I mean. So it's like, when you grow, and this is another reason why the Woody Mcclain story was so important, because when you grow as a person, you grow as a human being, you start to see things that you didn't been through and that people around you didn't been through. You start to see this like, damn, bro, if only I had the information. I appreciate you, Leslie. I see the condolences. I appreciate that. You start to see it. You remove the veil, and you can see all the shit that took place. Like, you mean to tell me, I could have avoided all this if I'd have did this, or if I'd have reacted this way, or if I'd have just said my bad, or this and that, like, bro. Like, I didn't been in a fight in a house party around the corner from my house, and I watched one of the we fight. It is what it is. We fight at a party, boom, with the ops. This and that. We go outside, we running it, and it's more of us than it is of them. And you know how that go. One of them felt like, hey, they got the upper hand, so do we. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I'm standing right next to the person that got hit 6 times. 3 in the leg, 3 up the arm. I had to helicopter him to the hospital. Mind you, I ran my house around the corner. I ran home. I'm crying. I had to be like 14, 15 at that point in time. That's war. That's what grown men go through overseas when they go to battle. That's what grown men go through when they, deploy overseas. Oh yeah, we real in this one, Joel. Shout out to my brother Joel. Men's Mental Health Month, man. You know what it is. That's what people see overseas, and for me to start seeing it at 13, 14, experiencing like real death at 14, and then just continuing all the way up into that. Nigga, I said Joel. And experiencing that all the way up into your mid-20s, like, bro, that's deep, bro. That's a lot. That's a lot. And Joel will tell you, he ain't here. Joel will tell you how I am with certain things, or how I used to be with certain things. So it's one of them things. It's like you grow as a person, and you just learn how to deal with your emotions. Like I said, Young Broadway, the dude that we just saw, he hasn't learned how to deal with his emotions yet, and that's cool. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? But the community got to wrap their arms around him and make sure he get the right treatment mentally. And I'm not talking about no pills. I ain't talking about like We're just talking about just the right medicine, because there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. Every medicine not gonna work for the same person. Some people can go to therapy and come out, it's amazing. Some people go to therapy and say, you know what, that's not for me. I need something else. But yeah, man, this I'm gonna end this live like soon, because this is a heavy topic that I don't feel like I keep wanna talk about. But yeah, man, it's we as black men, we have to start wrapping our arms around each other. I don't really care about everybody else right now. As black men, we got to start we got to start wrapping our arms around each other. Because once we wrap our arms around each other, we're not gonna let nobody else play with us. Man, woman, bird, bear, don't give a damn. As black men, we got to look at each other and say, brother, I love you. I don't care what block you from. I don't care what, like, in order for us to move on, I love you. And even if we can't move forward, there needs to be some type of, because I know some shit be deep. Like, I know some shit, it's some street shit that's just too deep that I can't really speak on, but it'd be too deep for niggas to squash the beef. But at least let's come to a cordial, you stay over there, we stay over here type of issue. Like, we need to do, as black men, we need to do that. And we also need to give each other grace and space enough to open up. Like, brother, I'm hurting. Brother, I don't need nothing from you right now, but just, nigga, come bowling with me. Let's go to the court and shoot. Let's go run one at the 24 Fitness. Fuck it, let's go to the gym together. Like, we gotta start. For me, I think that's definitely a good solution for us to start building our rapport and our confidence in our community as black men. And there's a lot out there. I'm not taking away from the ones that's out there. I'm not saying it's not out there, but I want to see more. I want to be a part of more. You know what I'm saying? Because we need spaces like the Cam Newton show. We need spaces like even Drewski. We need spaces like Drewski for people to come up there and be they 100% unapologetically themselves, or just come up there and be a entertainer. You know what I'm saying? A black entertainer to go up there and do what they do. Shout out to Leslie. She been going crazy with the heart. I really appreciate you, beloved. But yeah, just give us that space. Shout out to Cam. Shout out to Woody. Shout out to Gilly for hyping Broadway up. Rest in peace to everybody that we lost in the streets due to the whatever those street violence. Major shout out and love to the people that's incarcerated that got them long football numbers that's not getting out no time soon. One day I'm gonna have my brother on here. One day I'm gonna bring my brother on here. He got out last year. Did 12 years. I'm gonna bring him on here. We'll talk about some things. But shout out to them, and shout out to the men that's out there trying to change the narrative and trying to change the narrative of the bad image that they put on us. Cause we all not bad. Like, black is beautiful, black is strong, black is powerful. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's where I'm gonna end it at for tonight. Cause like I said, this topic is super heavy. And if I keep talking about it anymore, I then it might be depressed. So I love y'all. I'm about to get up off this thing. Make sure you follow me if you're on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Subscribe, and just like the video if I said anything that resonated with you, whether you sympathize or empathize. Like the video and follow the kid. And yeah, I'm outside. And shout out to the people on Twitch, and shout out to the people on YouTube that's watching, that will be watching. I appreciate y'all, and I thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. I've been very vulnerable on this live, more vulnerable than I usually am in real life. So yeah, I rock with y'all. Appreciate you, love you. I'm about to head out. Let me see something.